Welcome, Sarah. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me today, Damien.
Well, it's always nice having a senior person in our business on an episode of Who's Penny. So tell us a little bit about your role at Square Penny.
My role, I've been with the Square Penny for 7 months now, and it's been largely remote because of the way that we're operating, and it's worked really well. I've got a number of clients and I work as their financial controller and work with the business and how we can manage their financials better, how we can manage their processes better. We go in there and we help out in day-to-day operations, as well as tell them about stuff that they haven't even thought of doing. And so we add value.
And working at Square Penny, is that in line with your previous work history? What's a little bit of work history that you can share with our listeners?
So my work history is within the Big Four accounting firms. So I did my CA at KPMG in Melbourne. And then as soon as I got qualified, I ran off to London and worked for a few other chartered firms over there and worked with small business, hospitality, tourism and real estate clients. And following on from London, I went and worked in Istanbul for Ernst & Young, and I worked in their back office, and I worked with different countries, people, financial controllers within the Ernst & Young offices across Central and Southeastern Europe. And then came back and worked in financial services for NAB, which was a complete turnaround from working in Istanbul. And I did the group finance reporting, and then I worked in business improvement and transformation.
And what's your Turkish like?
Today it's not great, but back in the day I could get by. I could do everything I needed to do on a day-to-day basis. But today I can order a kebab.
Oh, that's very good. Tell us a little bit about what your passions are and what some of your hobbies are outside of business.
I've got 2 little boys, 5 and 3, and they keep me really busy. And during lockdown, we got a puppy, and she's now 4 months old. And so she keeps me busy too. And when I'm not working, I'm hanging out with them and talking puppy and football and Pokemon.
Fantastic. Now, how are you seeing your clients at the moment? What are some of their concerns at the moment that you're seeing?
Their biggest concerns at the moment is the uncertainty in the market, and that we don't really understand what's next. I'm sure that the budget will give greater clarity. We will understand how they're going to be positioned when we come out of our lockdown in Melbourne, because we're still only half out of lockdown, and I have retail clients that aren't able to open yet. And we want to understand what that means for them when they reopen and what kind of business they'll be able to do once lockdown is over and we somehow get to this new normal that is COVID-19 economy.
And what do you see as some of the opportunities that you've created for some of the clients that you're looking after?
Well, we've tried to take this time as an opportunity to look at processes, look at procedures, look at people and look at costs, because they're all the things that we can control within the business and improve and use this time to maximise new implementation of systems, maximise catching up every week. We often have Zoom meetings with the management teams of my clients just to see where they're at, what's changed, what hasn't changed, what we need to address quickly. We've had to learn to pivot very quickly because things have changed on a daily basis. We've looked at the way that Square Penny interacts with the business, and we've tried to find better ways to do things remotely, and we've set ourselves up to succeed when we come out the other side of lockdown.
I think one of the good things that we've done for some of your clients is we've actually created that board meeting structure that we regularly meet on a monthly basis, review their financials, review some of their business processes, bringing in some other HR partners and some other partners in that board meeting structure. And I think that's worked really well, or with you leading the charge with your clients has worked really well. What are you seeing as going to be some of the challenges for some of your clients over the next 12 months?
The next 12 months, huge focus on cash flow is where I see most of my clients focused on in the next 12 months. I think there'll be a real need for these businesses to have a very clean balance sheet, a very lean expense view. We need to understand where we're spending money, how we're spending money, and where we can best spend money, which the focus, they've never really understood how important that is, and now it's critical. And I also think Australians by nature haven't understood what recession or tightening really looks like. Whereas my time overseas, especially in Greece, I was there for the GFC and they had a GFC. Whereas I think we largely escaped it in Australia, and this time round we're feeling it enormously, and we've never had this experience before.
I think it's going to be great for our clients learning those things about business, which are going to hold them in good stead for the future.
Yeah,
I think the lessons that we're teaching our clients and the things that you're teaching your clients is certainly going to help them moving forward. With all of our episodes of Who's Penny, I always like to ask two quirky questions at the end. And do you have a useless talent?
A useless talent. Apart from my Turkish speaking, well, what I used to speak Turkish, I do have an unusual knack of remembering R&B lyrics from the 90s and the early noughties. Love, a passion of mine. And I kill a trifle at Christmas.
Very good.
Yes, beautiful.
And what's an old trend that you'd like to come back?
An old trend. Oh my goodness. Right now, I would like an old trend from 2019 when I used to go and see my friends and do catch-ups and have Friday night drinks with my girlfriends. So I'm looking forward to that starting up again soon, hopefully as a new trend at the end of the year.
Well, fantastic, Sarah. Thanks for joining us on Who's Penny today. And we look forward to the work that we're doing together with our clients. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Damien. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.